Good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Nigar Ahmed, Assistant Professor, Shahid Kaushal Yadav College, Gundardehi, Balod District. This is lesson number 11 of the textbook for final year students of BA, BSc, BHSC and BCom. The topic of this lecture is globalization and privatization. Globalization is a process of international trade and investment through information technology which improves our ideas. We can say globalization is the movement and integration of goods and people among different countries. Through globalization, the world has shrunk into a small village. To understand better, let us see how globalization is divided into three types: political, social, and economic. Political globalization means the amount of political cooperation of the countries. Economic globalization is exchange of goods in the market where the production methods are improved gradually. Social globalization, it is the ability to move and communicate easily with others all over the world to run business. Therefore, we can say globalization is internationalization, interconnectedness of people and business across the world, culturally, politically, and economically. It also helps to stabilize the economy. According to the Nobel Prize winner Amartya Sen, globalization has enriched the world scientifically, culturally, and economically as well, limiting the military conflicts and promoting wealth. The main aim of globalization is to transform the world's independence and integration by various policy. The most important outcome of globalization process is outsourcing, which means getting work done by other. Hence, a country hires a professional from other country to get its work done at a lower rate. As the process of globalization was taking place all over the world, the Indian government found a lack of competitive spirit in the world business market. Why? Because after independence, India adopted monopolistic and socialistic policy. ये क्या है? एकाधिकार एवं समाजवादी अधिकार in the industrial and agricultural sector. So this became a urgent need to give a push to the economy which was falling down, economy of the country which was falling down. And we can also see that no economy can work alone. So there was no escape from privatization. Hence, globalization and privatization was accepted as a new economic reality because India was far behind from Southeast Asian partner, the countries. So, fiscal consolidation was very much needed, where public money in the form of tax would come to increase the GDP ratio. Therefore, in July 1991, new economic policy was implemented by then Prime Minister PM PV Narasimha Rao. Why? To improve the economic growth of the country. The new economic policy had three segments: liberalization, privatization, and globalization. I have discussed about globalization. Now, let me tell you what is liberalization. Liberalization in economics means reducing government restrictions and regulations in an economy and promoting economic development. It allows the country to trade goods without barriers. Now I'll explain what is privatization. It is the transfer of ownership, property, or business from the government to the private sector. In other words, the government ceases to be the owner of some entity or business. It is publicly traded company taken over by few people. It improves efficiency. Lack of political interference is there in privatization, and there is increased competition. But there are some ill effects of privatization. You have to pay more tax, and you have to pay for some other public services also you have to pay some extra. Privatization is important to the economy. Why? It has brought jobs, and it has also scaled up healthy competition in the market and high profits. It helps the government to save money and increase efficiency. Government companies can be converted into private companies in two ways: by disinvestment and by withdrawal of government ownership. Objectives of the privatization are to improve financial situation of the government, reduce the workload of public sector companies, raise fund from the disinvestment, provide better goods, services, increase the efficiency of government organization. So we can say that the primary object of the policy of liberalization, privatization, and globalization was to give freedom and flexibility in Indian industries for their output. Due to globalization in India, the foreign investors also came to invest in India. When the knew that policy of liberalization, globalization, and privatization, which was introduced by the then PM PV Narasimha Rao, the foreign investors also, when this was introduced, so it was open market. The foreign investors also came to invest in India, and India entered therefore in international share market. Good quality, good cost efficiency, and cheaper rate, and also smooth service became the basic demand of the consumer. Finally, the process of globalization was adopted by most of the Indian industries. Liberalized regime brought changes, and quota permit system was removed. Monopoly and restrictive law was also removed. Due to privatization, Economic growth improved. Both privatization and globalization removed the weakness and imbalances of Indian economy. Rather, we can say it made the economy strong, stable, and progressive.